Big Toe, you know what I'm saying, man? It's episode 13. Young Love, your boy Big Toe, Lab Coat Toe, check it in, you feel me? I know y'all been waiting on episode 13. That's 13 shakes for the 13th episode. You feel me? Well, guess what? Episode 13 here, you feel me? So we gonna get right off into it. If it's your first time checking into the podcast, man, make sure you stay tapped in. We dropping gems, consistent content, all of that, you feel me? But I ain't gonna waste no time, you know, episode 13, Young Love, we gonna get right off into it, you feel me? And the first thing I wanna say about Young Love is that you gotta love yourself first. You feel me? A lot of people, they approach relationships, they approach dating, they approach all these things, and they have inner insecurities. You feel me? This is the time before you ever want to get into dating, pursuing anything with somebody, even being in a relationship, even something casual. You gotta love yourself first. You feel me? You gotta love your body, you gotta love your mind, you gotta love your soul. And the reason you gotta love your mind, you gotta love your body, you gotta love your soul before you date anyone else is because if you're not confident in you, how is anybody else gonna see your true value? You feel me? People only believe what you believe about yourself. If you hold yourself to a high self-esteem, people are gonna see that and they're gonna hold you there. But if people see you treat yourself bad and you don't even keep yourself up and you talk down on yourself, and you teach people how to treat you by the way that you treat yourself. Let me slow that down for you one more time. You teach people how to treat you by the way that you treat yourself. So before you ever think about getting into a relationship, starting dating, man, love your mind, love your body, love your soul, love yourself. Because before any of that can happen, before you can even approach somebody else, man, you gotta love yourself, because this is how people get undervalued and get treated as somebody that they're not, get treated as less. You feel me? If you only hold yourself to the highest level and to the highest playing field, you take care of yourself. You feel me? You got your own self-care stuff. You getting your hair done. You getting you make sure you look right. You feel me? You got your mental right. You got your cap screwed on type, you feel me? You working on a mission, you got goals, you got ambitions, all of this stuff. When people see that, that's when the bullshit gotta fly, because they already know, man, they treat themselves this way, man. They not gonna allow nobody else to treat them worse than they treat themselves. But when people see you not taking care of yourself, your low self-esteem, you know, you walking around like you lucky to be around people who are really lucky to be around you, then that's the time where people see it and they try to take advantage and they want to slip in and treat you even worse than you treat yourself. But it's all about the standard of what they see eventually, what they see first off. If eventually spending time around you, they realize, oh, this person isn't as confident, this person is... No, man, you got to hold yourself up. And at that point, when you love yourself, that's when you can approach, you feel me? Because somebody can't be your everything. And I know we gonna get into that a little later in the episode too, but somebody can't be your everything, man. You have to be your everything. You can't rely on this person to satisfy you, all your goals, ambitions in life. Being in a relationship, being intimate with people doesn't mean that they're gonna satisfy. Now, they're a support system. There's somebody who can help you get through some things, but that doesn't mean they're the sole person that you rely on for everything else. At the end of the day, you're an individual, whether you're in a relationship or not, and you have to be seeking out your own goals, loving your mind, body, and soul before you can ever approach anybody else, you feel me? And that's the tone that I want to set before we get into this episode, because I don't want to tell you that you got to rely on a relationship, any partner, anybody tell you you're beautiful and great, because you already are. You feel me? You don't need nobody else to tell you that. You tell yourself that when you look in the mirror. You feel? And if it's some things you don't like about yourself, it's ways to get around. Man, I'm over here. I got a gut, man. I'm trying to lose it. You feel me? That's me. I'm over here in the gym trying to lose it, you feel me? But I still love myself. Because you got to hold yourself down. You got to realize your self-worth, or the world to treat you like you ain't worth shit if you don't hold yourself high, you feel me? If you walk around like you worth $1 million, people gonna treat you like you worth $1 million. If you walk around like you worth $1, man, you would do anything somebody said. You a follower. You not a leader. You don't have your own mindset, man. People gonna treat you like a sheep because you are one. You don't have to be a sheep in this world, man. Live your life for you. Live your life for you. But you gotta love yourself before you can ever approach anybody. And then second off, man, have a life. You feel me? Before you even have a life, man, have friends, have interests, have hobbies, have goals, have missions that you want to complete about your life. Because a lot of times people identify their life by when they get with a partner, then they thinking about the us mentality. It's always the us versus the me versus the we. You know what I'm saying? So before you ever get into that relationship, man, have your own mindset. Have friends, have people you can go hang out with outside your relationship. I know people love posting on, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my significant other is my best friend, and that's cool, but you still need other sources of people you can go to for advice, for happiness, for a good time. You feel me? Because this person had a whole nother life before they met you. You had a whole nother life before you met them. And y'all still have to continue being individuals and going out and hanging out. Y'all can't be stuck and attached at him. That's how you get tired of people, man. That shit cool for the honeymoon phase. But for the long run, man, if you attached at the hip, you don't have no breathability. You don't even feel like an individual no more, because every step you take, you gotta take it with your significant other. That's not sustainable. In last episode, we talked about what's sustainable. We thought about what is sustainable. Is my current mindset sustainable? Am I existing or am I living? Am I living or am I existing? You have to think about that when you approach a relationship. You have to. You have to. You gotta have your own life. You gotta have your own goals, because let me tell you something. Ambition is beautiful. When you get around people and you see that they driven and they got something going on for themselves, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but that just makes somebody so much more attractive. You feel me? Other people, when they rely on you, when they rely on other people to drive their goals and ambition, that self-motivation is what's gonna make people want to be around you, because a lot of people don't got it. You feel me? It's a lot of people who can look good and do this and put on these clothes and buy this expensive shit, but they don't even have the moral capacity. They don't have the intellectual mindset to go in there and have great work ethic, to be self-ambitious, man. It feel good, because you want to know why? When somebody is chasing something, it's not much that you got to do for them. It's not much that you just got to be a supportive person. You feel me? You got a significant other who chasing law school, man. You buy a book, you buy them a textbook. People who are on a mission and who have been on this mission a long time understand how lonely the road is. You feel me? So any help and any assistance you give them, they're going to be more than thankful, because they can see that it's been a long time since they probably got some help. They realize that the journey is long and hard to get to where they want to go. And the fact that you even pitching in a little bit is something. You feel me? When you ambitious, man, somebody helping you out with anything is something. And that's the thing about ambition, man. Have your own goals, have your own friends, have your own missions, have your own hobbies. You feel me? Have your own hobbies, have stuff that you do to break away. I know me, I write poetry. I'm a real creative person. Have other stuff that you do other than just being with your significant other all the time. You feel me? Because that doesn't identify you. That relationship doesn't identify you. Yeah, you this person, you probably somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's child. You're somebody's brother. You're somebody's sister. You'll have all of these labels in life, but you're still you at the end of the day. So have some identity before you go out here and try to date. Because the more that you know yourself, the more you can know and identify what you want and what you don't want in a relationship. And that's what you got to know. Because before we can even reach the steps of communication and communicating what we want and what we don't want, and past experiences and bad experiences and great experiences, before we can even get in that bag, we got to know ourselves. Do you know yourself? That's what you got to ask yourself before you date anybody else. Do you know yourself? How can I expect somebody else to learn me and I don't know myself? How can I expect someone else to see the worth in me and I don't see the worth in myself? How can I expect the world to treat me better than I treat myself? This gonna be a good episode, man. We turning up. You feel me? But after you love yourself, you got a life, man. You got some type of vision. You got some interest. You're loving your mind, body, and soul, man. That's when you have to realize there's going to be suitors out there. There's going to be some people out there who want to date you. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I want to stress is be yourself when you're dating. You know how many people that they conform to whoever they're dating. Maybe you like somebody, so we're going to go through a scenario. Somebody approaches you, probably hit you in the DMs or something. You're like, damn, this person is cool. They cute, they whatever. And then you see them and you like, damn, you look at their page, they into this, they into that. It's a lot of people who conform into what they think somebody else would like instead of keeping their individuality when dating. Man, keep your individuality when dating. Like we said last time in the last episode, that's what sets you up. Your energy is different from other people's energy. That's what's going to set you apart from the package, that you being yourself and that they got to respect it. When you conform in the dating process, this is what naturally happens. If you end up going long term with that person and getting into it, they going to find out you was putting on an act the whole time, and then that shit not going to go well. That's why you got to be yourself from the jump. Because if you're not yourself, who are you being? You just being who this person wants you to be? I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be with a robot. I want to be with a person. I want to be with somebody who has some type of identity, who loves themselves, who cares about them. I don't want to be with somebody who just acquiesces to whatever I do. I want to be with somebody who's a lot different than me, and that we can sit down and have some different conversations without it having to get disrespectful. So even when you dating, man, remain yourself. Keep your standards. Keep your ass. And I'm not saying don't be open. Y'all can have a conversation about two things that y'all have different opinions on, and it could be a beautiful conversation, because even if you're not gaining anything, you gaining perspective. But be yourself. Maintain who you are. Don't conform to somebody else, because you can't not be yourself for so long. I'm going to say that one more time. You can't not be yourself for so long. Your real self is going to peak out at some point. And you rather somebody fall in love with the person you are than the person that you was pretending to be. It's not about the person you was pretending to be. It's about the person that you are. It's about where you going. And you're not going to be that same person forever. And the real person that you going to be with, they going to be able to see that growth. The person that they met and the person that you became to be. But you don't got to put on an act. You don't have to act like you into shoes and into this and into that to date somebody who is into those things. You want to know why? Because it's cool to explore something new. It's cool to explore something new, man. Man, you not into those things, but you willing to get into it. You willing to look into it because of this person. If that don't show compassion, if somebody don't like you because you're not into what they into, you didn't even say you was closed-minded to it. They closed-minded because they ain't never had the experience of somebody being able to, you feel me, just look into what they like. And let them look into what you like. But it's okay to be different than somebody else. You don't have to conform to people to date them. You don't. Be yourself. And just realize everybody isn't for everybody. Man, look, I know sometimes people get bored and they talk to people that they might not even really want to talk to. You really might not want to fucking talk to that person. But everybody isn't for everybody. You don't always have to look at yourself like there is some problems where you look back at yourself and you like, damn, I was the problem in that case. But sometimes that's just not the person for you. Like, you can feel the vibe. Like, if you feel that vibe first off, like, man, this just not the move. You feel me? Just realize everybody isn't for everybody. Maybe you thought that you really liked somebody and you went out on a date with them and you ain't like it. You feel me? It's a couple different variables that could be there, man. But don't blame yourself or beat yourself up. Man, everybody ain't for everybody. You might have thought you was really gonna like this person and you end up that you don't. And it's cool. You don't gotta fuck with everybody. You don't. You don't gotta take everything. You feel me? You don't. That's what dating is for. The purpose of dating is to find out what you like and what you don't like. So if you dating somebody and you find out, I don't really like them, then shit is what it is, man. Move on. You don't gotta stay stuck there. You feel me? You do not have to stay stuck there. Next thing I'm going to say, gender shaming is a no-no. Okay, so this is the thing. When we get into dating and stuff, this is things that I look for and that I pay attention to. How much do you shame another community? Because I feel like that tells you a lot. When you trying to date somebody and they posting, this group of people ain't shit, this group of people ain't that, this group, man, I feel like that is so dumb. Like, how are you going to attract somebody if I'm a man and you want to date me, and I want to date you, but all you post is, niggas ain't shit, this ain't that, this ain't that. Like, I understand people have some bad experiences, but you don't got to shame a whole gender because of your bad experiences. And that's one thing I just wanted to slip in here as a golden nugget. You don't have to shame a whole community of people, a whole group of people just because you have some bad experiences. Yes, you have some bad experiences, and I'm not invalidating your experiences, but what I'm saying to you is that the world is a lot bigger than we think it is, and sometimes we take our experience for fact when it's just that, when it's just our experience. Just because it's our experience doesn't mean it's the fact of how the whole universe works. So you feel me? If people are already coming in, if you're already coming into a situation where you already have preconceived notions about this group of people, oh man, I'm gonna go out with her. All the girls that I go out like with her that look like her or act like this. Like, man, if you already going into that, man, don't fuck with nobody like that then. If you gonna shame if you gonna shame somebody's community, their identity, their gender, if you already got preconceived notions and you gonna shame them for being who they are, for the color of their skin. We know some people is really big fucking colorists and they already judging you by the color of your skin, and then you got some people who they judging you by your gender. This person identifies as this or identifies as that, and they didn't have one bad experience from somebody. And let me tell you something, it's bad people in every community, every age, race, demographic, socioeconomic stat. It's bad people in there. If you already walking into dating somebody and you like, man, everybody I date like that's this color, everybody I date that's from here acts like this. It's like, bro, don't even fuck with them then. If you gonna already walk in and them preconceived notions, you gotta throw that shit out the window. Because if your heart not open to even receiving what this person, if you already blocking off the possibilities that you can have with this person, ain't no reason to go out on a date with them. And don't be dating people that you just know that you don't really, you feel me? Like that, I feel like that's the dumbest shit. That's the dumbest shit. I feel like that's so unattractive. It shows that you small-minded when you get on social media all day and you just gender shame or you bash a group of people all day long. And just because you done had some bad experiences. I'm not invalidating your experiences once again. But I'm saying that doesn't have to be the fact for the rest of the world. Don't be small-minded. Be open-minded when you date. And if you are closed-minded right now because you just had a bad experience and you just know you're not fucking with a group of people, don't fuck with that group of people then. But you don't got to hop. I feel like that's a big turn-off, man. Where you hop on there and you just want to shame people for their gender, for their race, for their age. Like, that social media shit shows you a lot about a person, man. So if you walking in with preconceived notions already, bump it. You know, feel me? You don't gotta do that. All right, but as far as say y'all done went on a couple dates and you know things is all right. You done met this person. You talk to you from communicate what your boundaries are, because this is the part where a lot of people get their feelings hurt. And the reason is because people are scared to say what they want. Some people, let's take it back to the top. Some people don't love their mind, their body, and their soul. Some people don't know their real self-worth, so they feel bad setting boundaries because they don't feel like other people are going to acquiesce to those requests, because they don't even see the self-worth in themselves. So why would somebody else see the worth in them and want to work with them? You know what I'm saying? Why would somebody else want to respect their boundaries if they don't respect themselves? And what I'll tell you is you got to set your own boundaries. You got to let this person know, like, hey, man, we've been dating exclusive. Are we dating exclusively? What is it? And I know sometimes people are like, man, it seems corny. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You don't want to be stuck up into all of that. But you rather ask the question and not get your feelings hurt than to sit there and just, I'm not going to ask. I'm going to just go with the flow and end up getting your feelings hurt. That early communication sets a trend in a relationship, no matter how far it goes, that y'all going to always be honest with each other. And I feel like that's a cornerstone of relationship. Honesty. You feel me? Honesty. You need to honestly communicate. Hey, what's our boundaries? Are we having sex with other people? Are we using protection? If we fucking with other people, is we not fucking with other people? Is we just going with the flow? You feel me? Like, what the fuck is going on? Because oftentimes, this is the part where people get their feelings hurt. And it's just because that little lack of communication. And I'm not gonna lie, there's some people who be trying to finesse out here. And y'all people, I done talked about y'all. If you got a lie to kick it, you feel me, you a lame. If you got a lie to manipulate somebody, get something, no matter if it's lust, materialistic. If you got to manipulate somebody, get that, you a lame, you a cornball, you feel me? Because if you can't be upfront with nobody, that shit ain't respected, you feel me? That shit ain't respected if you can't be upfront with nobody. But yeah, what I was saying is, like, communicate your boundaries. What you like, what you don't like. Who you are, different times that y'all can hang out. Like, communicate exactly what you want, because somebody who really cares about you, at the very least, they're gonna listen. At the very least, they're gonna listen. And that's just the real, man. At the very least, this person's gonna listen to what you want and what you got to say. And that's just how it's gonna go. Trust is a cornerstone of a relationship. And what you gotta realize is, trust isn't just about you trusting that somebody not gonna cheat on you, not gonna be disloyal to you. You feel me? That's not all that trust is. Trust that this person got your best interest at heart. And what I mean by that is that they care just as much about you as they care about the relationship. Because that's two totally different things. That's two totally different. They care about where you at on your journey to success. They care about what you doing to be great. You feel me? This is a partner who you going out with on Friday, but they know you got an exam on Friday, and they like, man, babe, don't even worry about that. Like, don't even worry about taking me out. You feel me? We can hang out, but I want you to do good on your exam. Before we even think about going out, I want you to do good on your exam. I want you to do good at work. I want you, because they know what you care about. I want you to do good on your business. As a matter of fact, don't even worry about going out. Matter of fact, can I come help you out? Can I come help you do your makeup? Like, what can I do to help? This is people who actually care about your interests. And that's what's beautiful. That's what you got to trust people for. Because, like we said before, your partner could be your best friend. They could be somebody that you could really count on. But at the end of the day, you got to think about if they have your best interest at heart. Because if this person your best friend and they solely think about selfish and greedy ways to like get you to do what they want, when you ask them, man, you feel me? Should I go to this convention? Should I go to this career fair? Should I take this leap forward or this leap of faith with my business? They worried about, man, nah, this person not gonna have the time to spend with me. Somebody who really down for you, they gonna be like, yeah, you gotta do that. How can I help? How can I show love? How can I help you be better? That's what you gotta be able to trust people for. You gotta be able to trust that they giving you advice. They giving you, like they trading opinions with you for you to be greater. Not just for them to get more time with you, or just not just when it benefits them. You gotta have people that you can talk to that can commentate on things that don't even concern them. That don't even concern them. That don't even concern them. Because for real, like, you gonna go through a lot of things in your life. You you gonna go through a lot, you feel me? Because you gonna be trying to be great, and you need people who just have your best interest at heart, that understand what time it is in your life, that understand what time it is in your life, you feel me? And somebody who really loves you and cares about you, and you can trust them to have your best interest at heart, because they know whatever you doing, even if it takes time away from the relationship, you're doing it to be great and to satisfy yourself and to be on that journey that they want you to be on. You feel me? They want you to be great. And that type of person is a type of person of something else we gonna talk about. That type of person is willing to be open enough to explore your interests. You gotta be willing to explore the other person's interests. Like we said at the beginning, you gonna have y'all two vastly different people. Some of y'all might be dating people that y'all really alike, and that's cool, but it's gonna be something different there. Man, be willing to explore the interests. I feel like that's the most attractive thing. When somebody could go out their way and they want to do what you want to do. You into painting, so they'll try it. I'm not saying you gotta like it, but to just be willing to try to do something else that your partner likes to do makes a whole world of difference, because it shows the level of interest that's just not interested in your body, that's just not interested on what's the outside, but is interested in what is inside of you, what you genuinely like to do. Now I'm gonna take the time to step into your world to gain perspective, because that's the beautiful thing, where we can gain perspective and experiences together. Yeah, all the purse shoes and all of that is nice, but when you could go out and really have fun doing something that you ain't done before, and maybe this person is into it, maybe y'all don't have many similar experiences, you feel me? And y'all go off. This person likes to paint, I'm gonna go paint with them. This person likes go-kart racing, I'm gonna go go-kart racing with them. This person, they really into, you feel me, the rec rooms and all types of stuff. Maybe this person is a pilot and they into airplane. Like, it's so many different things in the world. This person might be into anime, you feel, I'm into battle rap. So it's like, it means a lot when people try to step into you, because they don't even have to like it, but just the fact that they'll do it, that makes all the difference in the world. You feel? And then after y'all explore each other's interests, y'all can see things that both of y'all in experience share. You're like, man, let's try that. Let's try that. And that's when relationships get fun. When y'all set aside time to try something that both of y'all haven't experienced yet. Cook a new recipe, something that both of y'all ain't cooked yet. Go somewhere that both of y'all ain't went yet. Because now y'all having experiences and memories together. And those memories help you get through the hard times when things are not going right. Those memories of y'all laying in the bed watching a new TV show. Those memories of y'all being on vacation. Those memories of when y'all first met. Those memories of when y'all could spend every day talking on the phone with each other. And you might not had a time now. Those are the things that get you through in a relationship. Not just the sex, the glitz, the glamour, the presents. Though the memories is what gets you through the hard time. The memories. Not just the memory of, when you bought, but the memory, people remember how you made them feel in that moment. How you made them feel. You feel me? So think about that. Think about that. exploring each other's interests, exploring interests that y'all don't know together. You feel me? You gotta own the stuff that you do though. You have to in a relationship. You gotta take accountability for your faults. We talked about all of these great practices, but you gotta take accountability for what you done wrong in a relationship. You know when you fuck up. You feel me? You might disagree about exactly where you went wrong at, but it's important to take accountability. What do I mean by that? It may be two different perspectives. This person may feel like you did nothing wrong. You might feel like I didn't do nothing wrong. By my perception, I just did what was right to me. This other person might feel like you did something wrong to them. You feel me? But like, this isn't the time, and this is what's crazy. People bring up like a million different like problems when you have what problem in a relationship. Bro, own the stuff that you do. You may not agree with how they feel, but take accountability for making them feel that way. Because if you set a precedent in your relationship of invalidating this person's feelings and you're not taking accountability for certain stuff that you did, it's just never going to get to a place where it can be healthy. You got to take accountability for stuff you did wrong. And the things that you know you fucked up on, say you sorry. The thing that helps that is communication though. If you know that you can't do something, if you know that maybe I used to have time to do this, or maybe I don't have time right now, communicate that before and take accountability for the fact that, damn, I communicated that I was going to be able to do this, but I can't. As long as you taking accountability in your relationship, it could be salvaged. Things could be fixed if you willing to sit down, listen, and take accountability for what you did, man. If somebody helped you on your journey, think about this. In life, like I said, journeys is really lonely. We have friends, family, and stuff, but a lot of times when we chasing our goals, it feels like we're alone because a lot of people, they not invested. They not doing the groundwork every day. They see when you post a picture up on Instagram or Twitter talking about your accomplishment, but they not there with you every day as you working hard to get to that place. But the person, your significant other who is there with you every day, that person needs to care about where you're going, and they need to realize how their actions affect you, and they got to take accountability for that. Because if not, you just go spin out of control. Man. You got to own the stuff that you do. If somebody even takes time on that journey to help you out 2%, they helped you. You feel me? I know we want so much more. We want our partner to do everything. It feels like we want them to do everything in life, but they can't for us. Your journey and their journey is completely different. Y'all together, but the way that y'all work, you feel me? Y'all got two different ambitions. You can be together, and this person aspires to do this in their career, and this person aspires to do that. But you have to realize that your actions affect theirs. So you got to take accountability for where you wrong. Because the way you make them feel, sometimes, man, that shit could take somebody off their track. And if you really want them to be great, you're going to take accountability. We got to talk about conflict resolution because relationships ain't all roses and bubbles, people. I know the beginning of the episode was extremely exciting when we talk about all of these great things, but conflict resolution is real in a relationship. This is what really tests if you care about somebody or not. Because it's easy to be in a relationship where shit going good. The sex is great. The dates is great. Every time we spend together is great. Everything is good. We all had a honeymoon phase. We all had phases where for like 2 or 3 weeks, it's like we can't do no wrong in our relationships. But then you think about this. You have times where the road gets bumpy. And the thing that happens is when you have a long-term relationship, is that there's so many problems that happen that either go unaddressed or addressed. Y'all either address the issue or y'all don't address the issue, right? So what you got to think about is that if you have a relationship where it's problems continuing to build up as time goes on, you reach a place where there's so many problems that when you argue with somebody, you don't even know the root of what y'all are arguing about because so much stuff has compiled that you don't even know where everything is coming from at this point. Attack one problem at a time. You feel me? It might reach a point where y'all can't unpack everything that happens in a relationship. But when you attack one problem at a time, it allows you to talk about that one specific issue. Because what often happens is you attacking one problem and you might feel like, oh, I'm mad at the way you treated me this week, or I'm mad at this or that happening. and you trying to attack one problem, and another person, before y'all can even attack that problem, they're like, well, remember when you did blah. Like, you gotta attack one problem at a time. You feel me? Because if not, if y'all not cohesively looking to fix the current conflict, and then work on, if y'all had past conflict that's unaddressed, go back and work on that. You feel? If you not really focused, extremely focused on fixing the problem that's at hand, you will never fix anything, because y'all can always pull out, oh, remember back then when you did this, or especially when y'all get to being together 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. It's like, it's easy. Oh, remember 3 years ago when you did this? Remember, if y'all doing that all the time, you can't solve no problem. Y'all gotta be able to sit down and focus on one thing and talk about that and take accountability for what went wrong, and then y'all can move on to the next thing. But you can't be frogging. You can't be jumping problem to problem, lily pad to lily pad, expecting things to get better, because that's not how they work. You feel me? Find common themes in problems. The thing is, a lot of problems, they take different forms, but the theme of the feeling that's behind the problem is the same. So let's say you didn't say thank you to your significant other, and at the root of that, it's just really them feeling underappreciated. You feel me? It could be another problem that's totally different than you not saying thank you, but the root of the problem, again, is them feeling not appreciated. It's easy to look at the problem for its face value. Oh, you mad I didn't come to the cookout. Oh, you mad I didn't do the dishes. Oh, you mad I didn't plan a date. Oh, you mad I didn't communicate. But the root of it is what, if you can solve the root, you can solve the other problems. That's the thing. The root of feeling underappreciated is what's really the problem. Sometimes we argue about what's on the face. What is the face value of the problem? Man, you just mad because I didn't come to the cookout, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. And it's like, that's not the problem per se. That's the action that display what the true problem is, but that's not the true problem. The true problem is that I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel like when things go on in my life, you hold them to a certain value and you treat them as such as I treat your things. I feel unsupported. I feel underappreciated is the real problem, not just the fact that you ain't show up to the cookout. Are y'all getting me here? You feel me? It's the problem it's the deep-rooted stuff, because that one problem of feeling unsupported or feeling underappreciated is 10 different, it could be displayed in a million different ways, but the root of it will be the same. You have to cure the root. Don't get distracted by the face problems. Go to the root of the problem in relationships. Let each other talk. Man, it's crazy. Like, as we get older, it's like, man, you be having some kid arguments. You ever realize you argue with somebody, you like, this some kid shit. You feel, let each other talk, man. Don't be interrupting each other, cussing each other out and shit, man. And if it is a heated situation and y'all over here yelling at each other, you got to know when it's just time to take a step back and just be like, we gonna revisit this at a different time, man. But set up times where y'all both can talk, where cooler heads can prevail, and y'all can really talk about what is going on, what's the problem. Man, sometimes you might even want to just set up a little dinner date where y'all can go to a public place, you feel me? Y'all, it's been a day or two, y'all done relaxed, chilled out from the problem, and now y'all can sit down and talk about it, because that's where I feel like people are more susceptible to explaining what the root of the problem is. They're going to explain to you the principle behind the action of how you made them feel. And that's the time. But you don't have to attack everything in the moment. You feel me? You might have a partner who they want to attack everything in the moment, but you got to know when it's time to take a step back, because things is getting a little too out of hand right now. And shit ain't going right. We ain't gonna get nowhere, no way. So let's just take a step back from it. Both of us go gain our inner peace and come back at a time where we can communicate in a healthy way, and we don't gotta yell and cuss at each other, because that yelling and cussing shit, when you do that, it distracts you from the actual problem. When somebody comes out here and they, oh, you a bitch, you a this, you a that, and when they start yelling and doing all of that, at this point, it's a problem of disrespect. So whatever the normal problem was, the feeling of being unsupported, the feeling of being underappreciated, when this person starts yelling at you and cussing at you, now the problem is them being disrespectful. So now you even pushing it back, because you putting another barrier in the way of getting to the true problem. So now it's like 2 barriers in the way, and by the time you get past that, y'all might just be like, hey man, it's just time to kiss and make up, and then y'all don't even attack the problem, the true root of the problem of feeling unsupported, and then next week something else happens happens, and feeling unsupported resurfaces up again because you spend so much time disrespecting each other that y'all had to cure disrespecting each other, and now you never got to the root of it, and now feeling unsupported, feeling underappreciated, just keep rising to the surface because you never get into the problem because you always cussing each other out. Like, hey, bro, just, you feel me? You don't got to know how I got this expertise, but just know I know it. I done been through it. You feel me? I done been through it for real. You feel me? And don't let gender roles define who you are in a relationship. Don't let society tell you, oh, because you identify as this or you identify as that, that you have to act one way or another, man. Y'all love each other. Y'all have to, people have to go out in society and be judged by people all day. When they come home and they with their significant other, they don't want to have to go through that. Don't let society or all these gender roles and shit get in the way of y'all being who y'all really are. Man, if you have somebody and they do things a little bit differently, man, and what I like to say is customize your relationship, man. Customize it. It's not for everybody to understand. It's for you to understand. So it doesn't have to fit other people's, what they like or what makes them comfortable, man. Customize your relationship to make it comfortable and beautiful for you. You feel me? You don't got to live by these gender roles. You don't have to do that. You have to live for yourself. Y'all have to identify what is healthy and what is healthy for the relationship moving forward. You don't let society standards define how y'all treat each other, because no, y'all are two people. Y'all are so special enough that y'all should sit down and customize your relationship. Think about it. You customize everything that you care about. You customize the preferences on your phone. You customize your friend group. You customize everything about yourself. You customize yourself every day with the clothes you wear. If you really care about your relationship, take some time to customize it. Take some time to make it unique because it's special. And if it's that special to you, you go take some time to customize it. You feel me? That's the truth. Understand the places you are at in life. Time management, people. Maybe when you dated this person, y'all was in high school. Y'all could run around. Y'all was skipping school, doing whatever. But now times has changed. Y'all are older now. This person got a job. I got a job. You got to understand where y'all are at in life. You might be in a time where you like, man, I'm elevating. I got a lot going good for me. And your partner might be in a situation of turmoil where maybe things ain't going the best for them. You know, you try to help out what you can, show emotional support and stuff. But understand the places you are at in life. Because maybe you used to be able to get 20 hours a week of dates and all of this stuff. But now, man, life has changed. Life has evolved. Y'all got bills to pay. Y'all might have kids now. Y'all might have other responsibilities. And you can't get that. And you can't blame the person, because you got to understand they on their journey too. If your person go get a job and it's making them $150,000 and they gotta work, you feel me? They gotta work a lot. They can't be the person that they was for you when y'all was in high school. They got different things that they have to do now. They have different drives and ambitions. Maybe they don't just have a corporate job. Maybe they got a business. Maybe they got different ways that they chasing their goals. But you got to understand that as we get older, people interests are going to diverse, and they going to care about different things, and they going to want different things, and they going to want to go for it, and they going to want to run after it. They going to want to chase their dreams, because it's the first time in their life that a lot of them have been free enough, free of their parents' home, free of their neighborhood, free of other people's opinions to go do what they want. And this is the time where you gotta help and be somebody who helps assist them on their journey, and understand that we might not have enough time to hang out with each other. We might not have the ideal, but you know what? When we do spend time with each other, we gonna make it special. That's the one thing. Make it special when you hang out. If you with two busy people, schedule times for you to make it special in your relationship, for you to make time to make the person that you care about feel special. You feel me? But understand that this person still has a journey that they going on. They still have ways they want to be successful, and you can't stop them. And it's not wrong for them to chase that. You feel me? It's not wrong for them to chase that. You want your person to be the best version of themselves, and the true best version of them is them who are ambitious and going after what they want. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand, man. Time management. Manage the time. Set up times where y'all go on dates. Set up times where y'all talk. You should feel me? Life might get busy for both of y'all, but understand where somebody is, because you might be elevating and they might be in a place of turmoil, or both of y'all might be elevating so much that both of y'all are so busy that y'all don't know what y'all about to do. You feel me? You can't find time for each other no more, because both of y'all are so busy that life is elevating. This person flying here, you flying here, you doing this, you doing that. You feel me? Find time to love each other. Times can be scheduled. Be a pillar to their success. What I mean by that is want to see that person win. Want to see them win. More than you want them to be the best significant other, want to see them win. You feel me? You gotta, sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow. Man, we plan this trip, blah, blah, blah. Now you gotta do something for work. But you know they want to be successful. If you know they really care about that, you know what? Sometimes you gotta make a sacrifice and say, what I wanted wasn't in the plans this time. But I want you to be successful, and I'm so happy that you getting an opportunity to do something great with your business. Do something great with your life that I'm all right with it. I want to see you win. How can I help things be better for you? Because you're on a journey, and I want to be there for you. Be a pillar in that person's success. Want to see them win. Sometimes make sacrifices to make things a little bit easier for them on their journey. You feel me? Now, I'm not saying this to say people won't make time for what they want to make time for. They will, but sometimes they don't have the time. And you got to understand that. But what you have to do is make the time that you do have special. And if you spend all the time that y'all do have complaining about how y'all don't have enough time, the time that you do have won't be special. Just know that. So the time that you have, make it special. You feel me? It's a balance between us and me. Me and we. It's a balance. Some days I'm going to be able to choose we. Some days I'm going to have to choose me because it might be a big opportunity for me on my journey. I don't make you selfish. You worked hard. Say you worked hard and built up your business and you finally getting a big break. That day you might have to choose you. It might be days where your significant other going through stuff and you might want to go out. You might want to go hang out with your friends, but you like, man, I'm going to choose we. I'm going to stay in the crib and spend time with them and make sure that they good. You feel me? It's a balance between me and we, or us and me. It's always a balance. You feel me? Too much of anything is bad for you. Sometimes you got to choose yourself in a relationship, but you got to communicate that. Like, hey, man, I know right now you all in on us and I'm all in on us too. But today I got to choose me because I got some stuff going on, and maybe you just need a personal day. Maybe you just need some time to think things over in your life. You feel me? Maybe you just need that. But communicate it. Long as you communicate it, things will be okay. You feel me? You just can't ghost you can't ghost your significant other, and you can't leave them out to dry. So sometimes you have to communicate when you got to choose yourself over the relationship, because you got your own goals and ambitions and they do too. But just make sure you communicate it so nobody feels like they being left behind. And if it ever gets to a place of abuse, leave. I just had to talk about this, man. I just saw what happened with the whole Miles Bridges thing. It should never get to that place. If you are experiencing abuse, if you are seeing abusive signs in a significant other, man, leave. Leave that stuff alone. Because having to physically hurt somebody, that's never the move. If you feel that in a relationship, leave. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's a significant other. If you feel that in a relationship, you feel like somebody got that type of energy that they might potentially hurt you, man, leave. Sometimes things just don't work, but sometimes you're not willing to work for it either. So you got to ask yourself, is this just not working in this relationship, or am I just not willing to understand this person's perspective enough to value it enough to make some subtle changes that can make our relationship better? So that's what I want to leave y'all with. Think about, is this just not going to work, or am I just not willing to do what it takes to make it work? You feel me? And at the end of the day, before you can love anybody else, love yourself. You feel me? It's your boy Big Toe, episode 13, Young Love. Thank y'all for checking in. We done put out a lot of great clips lately. And just know your boy is on the grind. You feel me? I'm so happy to have this platform. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself, man. It took a long time for me to start this. It took a long time for me to feel confident enough getting in front of this camera, expressing my opinions, all of this. And honestly, I'm not the expert on relationships. So you feel me? Everything I said is my opinion. That don't make it true. That's just how I feel, man. You feel me? If you got a different perception, you could DM me, man. We could talk about it. But, you know, just thank y'all for continuing to consume my content. It's your boy Big Toe. You feel me? You could be anything in the world, but you can't be Big Toe. And I'm out. Peace.